This game is tea and is not suitable for kids. She holds the notebook she just bought tightly to her chest, and we leave the store. She walks with a light-hearted gait.
ありがとうございます。
No need to thank me. Well, just take good care of it.
はい、そりゃもう大切にします。一生の宝物です。
That's a bit over the top.
そのぐらい嬉しいです。ありがとうございます、岡崎さん。
Well, you can repay me during dinner tonight. I am looking forward to it.
頑張っちゃいます。あ、でもそれだけで大丈夫でしょうか。
What's the matter?
いえ、こんなによくしてもらってるのにご飯だけでいいのかなと。
What are you so worried about? It's pretty rare for me to be eating an actual proper dinner, you know. I'd be more than grateful just for that.
でもやっぱりちょっぴり悪いかなと。やっぱり何かお返しした方がいいと思います。
That's nice of you, but...
いえ、ぜひさせてください。
That's what Mei-chan says, but I really don't want to be too much of a burden on her right now. Still, I'd feel bad for her if I just bluntly refused. I don't know what to do for a while when a CD shop suddenly catches my eye. It was the place where Sanai-san and Tsunohara came the other day. Buying an old album would probably cost 300 yen at the most. I think something like that would be reasonable. Say, Mei-chan,
はい。
why don't you just give me a CD as a gift? That's what I suggest, pointing at the secondhand store.
でも中古ですよ。
I won't mind. Also, there was... what was it? You said you couldn't get it anywhere these days.
はい。あれはとてもレアです。
I kinda want to listen to it a bit now.
わかりました。探してみますね。まだあるかな。
She checks the albums arranged in the storefront racks while holding a finger out to them.
売れてないといいな。
After a while, she takes out one of the albums.
ありました。
Oh yeah, I wasn't able to ask the other day. Who's the singer on this album?
吉野祐介です。
Knew it. Yoshino Yusuke?
知っていますか？
Yeah, I know him. Well, enough that I was thinking of buying one of his CDs anyway.
そうでしょ？すごく有名です。デビューしたのは私がまだ小学生の時でですね。最初のシングルでランキング8位ぐらいになってですね。
That's really cool.
でもその後も口コミでどんどん広まっていって2ヶ月ぐらいずっと10位以内に入ってて、なんとそのうち3回が1位だったんです。
Oh, I see. It looks like this is about to become a really involved conversation, so I cut in when I see a chance. Yoshino Yusuke. I intently repeat the words in my heart. The picture on the back of the album is him singing enthusiastically in the mic was done in monochrome. I'd heard his name before, and I've even met him. I decided to talk about it. I've actually met this person. Just the other day, even.
え？
All of a sudden, she clings to me with both arms.
どこでですか？それに一体どうやって出会ったんですか？
Calm down, will you?
ごめんなさい。
She hurriedly lets go.
でもじゃあこの町にいるんですか？
So it seems.
今は何をやっているんですか？
I think he said he was working as an electrician. I think back on what Tsunohara had told me. About how he used to be a famous musician and how in the end he ran himself to ruin. Huh? But didn't Tsunohara tell you, Mei-chan? He said he'd give the business card Yoshino Yusuke had given him to his little sister.
あ、それ聞きました。すごく驚いて嬉しかったんですけど、でも結局送ってこなかったん
Oh,
です。
he didn't? I see.
だから嘘だったのかなと思ってました。
Well, it's Tsunohara we're talking about. He must have procrastinated on sending it to her and eventually forgotten about it. Still, though, I think back to his now familiar face. He really didn't look like he'd ever run himself to ruin to me. He did have a mean look on his face, but were things really that bad?
はい。最後には捕まっちゃって、それからは名前を聞くこともなくなっていたん
What
です。
happened? I see, and that's why you can only buy his albums in secondhand stores.
でも元気でやってるんですよね。
As far as I could see, at least.
ならよかったです。
Her attitude changes completely, a look of complete relief on her face. I can tell that she truly likes him just from that gesture alone. You want to meet him?
会ってみたいです。あ、でもやっぱりそれは迷惑だと思います。あんまり昔のことは掘り返してほしくないんじゃないでしょうか。今元気にやっているんだったらそれだけで十分です。
You are really sweet, Mei. Oh, interesting. We got choices. I'm gonna go with the first one. Well, that's good if that's the case.
はい。
Oh, was that literally... What happens if we choose the other option? Because this doesn't actually affect the ending. Well, that may be true. But just taking a look from a distance shouldn't hurt, right?
確かにそうかもしれませんが。
It looks like he's doing some work in this town right now, anyway. So if you're lucky, you might even be able to see him just out and about.
本当ですか？緊張します。
Hey now, we don't know for sure that you'll actually get to meet him.
わかってます。
She tightly grabs my cuff.
では行きましょうか。
Wait, are you sure you don't need to pay for this?
そうでした。すぐにレジに行ってきます。
I give a wry smile at the sight of her hurriedly running back into the store. She looked totally nervous.
あ、
That was very easy to steal from
あ
there.
そこで電気工事してます。もしかしてあの人が。
We walk downtown side by side. I don't know how many times it's been that Mei-chan has shrieked in excitement like this. So that old guy looks like Yoshino Yusuke to you?
あよく見たらそうでした。
You're way too invested in this, Mei-chan. Let's just say that if you do meet him, it'll be a nice surprise.
そうします。ごめんなさい。あそこにトラックが止まってます。
You realize it says propane gas on the side, right?
あれ？
She's getting so flustered. Her eyes are probably attracted to just about anything having to do with construction work. So that's how much she likes him, huh? Well, that's all the more reason to want to get a look at him. But we don't know where he is, so there's really nothing I can do. Since it's pretty unlikely we'll just randomly bump into him or something. This is gonna be difficult.
岡崎さん。
Hmm?
あれ？
Mei-chan pulls on my sleeve several times. Her fingertip is trembling slightly. I look in the direction she's pointing. Right next to the light pickup truck. There's a young man taking off his white helmet. That man wiping off the sweat with his towel is without a doubt. Yo, it's Yoshi! Yoshino Yusuke. It's the exact person we've been looking for.
お前確か岡崎だったか。
Sup? He takes off his gloves, shoves them in his pocket, and comes up to us. Mei-chan is visibly flustered. What a coincidence.
ああ、ちょっとチェックする必要が出てきたな。
He fans himself using the clipboard he holds in his hand. It's holding what looks like a checklist of parts, but I have no idea what they are.
そっちの子は？
He takes a fleeting glimpse at Mei-chan, and she starts trembling.
可愛い彼女じゃないか。
Nope, she's not my girlfriend! He says half jokingly, not noticing. This is gonna be real bad. This is bad, though. She's been wanting to meet him. But now that we're face to face with him, she has no idea what to say to him. And she just said that she was his girlfriend. Or our girlfriend. Oh boy. Not to mention Mei-chan is so nervous, she's not in a state where she could have any kind of normal conversation.
元気そうで何よりだ。じゃあな。
He gives me a reaffirming pat on the shoulder, and he turns on his heel. He then tries to go back to his truck. Mei-chan reflexively holds out her hand, trying to keep him here. She drops the plastic bag that she had in her hand onto the ground. In it is the CD we bought just before. It tumbles when it hits the ground, making a sound. And then the contents fall out, sliding out over the asphalt.
Oi, oi.
He gives a wry smile, crouches down, and holds out his hand. Ah, no, it's fine. I heard we try picking it up before he can, but I'm just one step too late. He easily picks up the CD.
気をつけろよ。
He wipes the case several times, trying to get the dirt off. Uh-oh. And then his hand stops. His eyes fix on the album cover. Looks like the cat's out of the bag.
お前。
She looks down and starts trembling slightly. I can feel her fingers naturally holding onto my sleeve. For a while she avoids his gaze and then...
ごめんなさい。
She suddenly apologizes.
私、岡崎さんから会ったって聞いてですね。
I'm interested to see what happens here.
そうなのか。
Yeah. So I brought her alone.
違います。私が無理にお願いしまして。本当はただ顔を見られればそれだけでよかったんですけど、元気そうなのを確認したかっただけなんですけど。
Aww. At Mei-chan's words, Yoshino Yusuke is speechless. After a short while, she raises her head. He impassively holds out the CD to her gently.
悪いな。ここに映っている男は俺じゃない。だから、そんな風に言われても困る。
Oh. He really doesn't want anything to do with his past life. It's obvious that this is a lie. But I'm sure he doesn't want to think back on those days. That much I can understand from seeing his blank expression.
ごめんなさい。
With her trembling hand, she takes the CD. She mutters this tiny apology as she bites her lip.
じゃあな。
He quickly turns his back on her and he starts to walk away. Before long, his hand is on the door of the truck, and he tries to get in. At that moment, Mei-chan raises her voice.
私、ずっとファンでした。すごく吉野さんの歌が好きでした。今も大好きです。
Aww.
毎日、いや、今は毎日ではないですけど、でも週に1回は必ず聞いていると思います。落ち込んだ時とか悲しくなった時とかは絶対に聞いてます。吉野さんの歌を聴くと強くなれる気がします。だからその
She probably doesn't even know what she's saying herself at this point. But despite that, she raised her voice.
元気な姿を見れて
Doggone it!
頑張ってください。
She's suffering from Ryo syndrome, where she speaks slowly sometimes. She flings the words out to him. He receives them, hand still on the door. I almost thought he was going to ignore her and just leave. However, he doesn't. He closes the light pickup truck's door with force.
吉野さん。
And he walks up to us once more. Right up to Mei-chan. His eyes seem to be filled with some sort of tenderness as he looks at her.
俺はもうそこに映っている俺じゃない。だから昔のように歌うこともない。お前の言葉を受け取ることはできない。だが最後の言葉は一人の人間として受け取っておく。 ありがとう。頑張るよ。
They were cheesy words, but when this person says them, they almost sound good. He softly puts his hand on Mei-chan's head.
名前は？
メイです。
そうか。メイ、頑張れよ。
Aww.
君がいつまでも前を向いて力強く歩いていけるよう、どんな逆境でも耐え抜いてまっすぐ歩いていけるよう、この俺も祈ってる。
Aww. That was sweet.
じゃあまたな。
He murmurs just that and leaves. Mei-chan stares vacantly at his back as he walks off. On his way, Yoshino Yusuke gives me a glance and smiles.
岡崎、いい彼女だな。
Not my girlfriend, but thanks. Looks like he's joking again. And after a while, I hear the sounds of the engine firing. One beat too late, Mei-chan cries out. When we get back, it's completely dark outside. We walk huddled close to each other under a streetlight.
すごくかっこよかったですね。私、感動しちゃいました。
Mei-chan huddles up to me, her excitement from before still lingering. Ah, well, isn't that wonderful? I've lost count of how many times she said how moved she was. So naturally, my response had become plain.
あ、でも、岡崎さんのこともかっこいいと思いますよ。
Oh, well, thank you, Mei. She must have sensed how I felt and hurriedly adds that.
吉野さんに可愛い彼女だなって言われて、
That was in jest, though.
ちょっとでもそう見られたのかと思うと、すごく嬉しかったです。ありがとうございます。たっぷりデートしてもらって。
Well, if dates like that are good enough for you.
いいえ、十分すぎます。プリントシールも取りましたし、100円ショップにも行きましたし、もう立派な恋人同士ですね。
So that's why you've been clinging to me all this time.
恋人だから当たり前です。
But we're not. Even since we went to the 100 yen shop, she hasn't let go of my arm even once. I've already given up on shaking her off. Still, it looks like things are gonna go well like this, huh?
あ、
You can go tell Sunahara about today. Of course, you'd better not tell him it was with me. I'm sure that guy will be incredibly worried.
本当にそうなるでしょうか。
Don't worry, I'm sure of it.
はい、ありがとうございます、岡崎さん。
You can save the thanks for when this actually works.
じゃあ早速、明日にでもお兄ちゃんに話してみますね。あ、でも
What is it?
だったらもっと恋人らしくした方がいいと思いません？
What more is there for us to do, though? You want to try kissing or something? Yeah, that would be my reaction. Why are you surprised?
いえ、私はそこまでは。
Okay, thank goodness.
晩ご飯とかいろいろ仲良くできたらなぁと、それだけの意味でして。
Thank you, Mei. Thank you.
そんな、別にチューとかは。
Her face becomes bright red and she's starting to get all excited by herself.
あの、
What?
やっぱりそうした方がいいでしょうか。するべきですよね。都会の恋人はきっとそうしますよね。
Wait, what are you getting so flustered about? It doesn't matter if we don't do it.
そうなんですか？
Really? That was just a joke.
あ、そうでしたか。
Yeah.
うん。
This better not turn into we actually have a relationship with her. That would be really icky. She lowers her head, looking embarrassed. Naturally, we both go quiet. This is kind of awkward. She's grabbing onto her arm with her opposite hand, and it looks like she's squeezing it tighter and tighter. What?
やっぱりですね。私、チューしようと思います。
Hey, wait! You don't need to force yourself.
無理じゃありません。だって今は岡崎さんの彼女です。彼女ならチューしてもいいと思います。
No, but you should save it for your real boyfriend someday.
でも今は岡崎さんにしてあげたいと
No,
思います。
let's not do this. Are you really serious about this?
でもその口にするのはまだ早いような気がするので、ほっぺたにしようと。
Okay, that I can do.
いいですか？
I don't think that's the issue here. But well, if doing this will satisfy Mei-chan. Yeah, the cheek's not that bad. Probably.
岡崎さん、チューしていいですか？
Well, sure.
じゃあそのチューしますね。もう少しかがんでくれると嬉しいです。
Like this?
はい。
Mei-chan stands up high on her toes until we're finally at the same height. For a while, she gazes silently at the side of my face. As she does, she's still standing on tiptoe and her legs continue trembling. You'll fall. Hurry.
はい、そうですよね。それでは。
I can hear her breathing deeply, and then... I can feel the light touch of her mouth on my cheek. At that moment, I see a silhouette in the corner of my eyes. Rather than Mei-chan's kiss, seeing that person makes my body go stiff. It's a guy in my school's uniform. He's blonde, walking at a light gait, humming through his nose. A strange guy. Oh. It's... Tsunohara. He's looking this way. He looks a bit taken aback and... Not even blinking, he looks our way.
岡崎さん。
She must have noticed something was wrong as she parts her lips. She lets out a whisper and shortly after catches sight of the person standing there.
お兄ちゃん。
Her words are trembling a little.
メイ。何やってんだよお前。彼氏と出かけたんじゃないのか?
When he first opened his mouth, he seemed a bit relieved somehow. However, immediately reconsidering, he looks up to me.
いや、それよりも。
Not sure if that would be better or worse than a random guy in his 20s.
さっき何やってたんだよ。
お兄ちゃんには関係ない。
メイ。岡崎、お前もだ。とぼけるなよ。
Oh, is this how we're gonna turn things around?
さっきメイと。
It seems he saw the entirety of our kiss scene just now. We were just messing around. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly in this situation.
岡崎さん。
Mei-chan had shrunk like a scolded child. She'd hidden away behind my back, tightly holding onto my shirt. Seeing her like that, it seems Tsunohara is getting increasingly irritated. For a while, I looked down to the ground. I think of what to do. However, the answer came to me quickly. It was what I'd been talking to Mei-chan about not too long ago. You're really slow, aren't you?
僕が鈍い？何のことだよ。
If you saw what I was doing with Mei-chan, you should be able to understand what was going on. With my one arm, I tightly bring her body up close to me.
岡崎さん。
You're not a kid. You should know what a man and a woman do together when they're alone.
No.
Whoa. Yeah, we're going to purposefully egg him on so he'll beat us up. And then Mei will be happy because she'll see that he actually does care for her. Yeah, you really are slow. It was me, the one she'd been exchanging letters with. Although, as you can see, right now, I'm her true boyfriend. Tsunohara is dumbfounded. Though that's probably to be expected. Suddenly having this fact told to him by a classmate. Really, I was surprised at first, too. The world really is surprisingly small, huh? Well, thanks to that, there was a lot we were able to talk about. And that's also why we were able to get this close, so it's probably a good thing.
岡崎さん
I hold her tightly to my side once more. Mei-chan's body is now closely glued to mine. I can tell that Tsunohara is grinding his teeth.
メイ本当なのか？
それは
Yeah, it is. Right, Mei-chan?
はい
Probably guessing what I'm trying to do here, she gives him a nod. Well, there you have it. Shall we go then?
どこ行くんだよメイ！
Isn't it obvious? She's coming to my place. You'll be staying over again today, right?
はい
Ooh, wow.
今日
She's been staying at my house this entire time.
メイ本当か？てめえ岡崎！
What are you getting so angry about? Aren't you perfectly happy just being with Sanai-san? And didn't you only just come back from another date anyway? If you had anything against it in the first place, then you should have said so yesterday when Mei left your room. Ooh. If you understand, then disappear, Tsunohara. You're a nuisance. Mei-chan, I'll start warming up the bath when we get back. We're gonna wash you all over. Oh wow, we're going all out to try to egg him on. I purposefully choose to throw provocative words at him. His face is bright red, and even now, he looks as if he's about to pounce on me. That's right. Bring it on, Tsunohara. Get angry. I pray in my heart for him to come at me with all he's got. I wouldn't even mind if he punched me. I wanted him to take back Mei-chan even by force. If he does that, then I'm sure that... Violently, he curses. He looks as if he's ready to swoop down on me at any time, so I ready myself. However, Tsunohara doesn't take even one step forward. He cries out in anger and regret and nothing more. That's all. Well, let's go, Mei-chan.
はい
I pretend to go home to try and give him an excuse. Let's have some more fun again tonight, okay?
わかりました
I cling to her all over her body. Wow. However, he still stands there unmoving. All through the dark town, all that can be heard is the echo of his voice. Are you really okay with this? Is that really the kind of guy you are?